Well, you know, my mind's occupied with, in the Jesus account, he's on the cross, and at some point he could be quoting from a psalm, but he's saying, my God, why have you forsaken me? Now, I don't know about you, but to me that conjures up a feeling and an experience of utter loneliness, and mixed with a despair about the loneliness. And I think that reflects or reminds me of, or makes me think of, or confirms the dilemma of God when he's alone. Nobody there to help, nobody there to love and care, nobody there to love and care for him and protect. Now you might not think, well, hang on, from what? He is all. Yeah, that's right, I've got it all, haven't I? But it's like your materialism. You can be a multi-billionaire, but not happy. Because you want the love and the friendship, the fellowship, the relating to others. Yeah, like yourself, but not so like yourself that they are yourself. But in harmony, yes. Yes, I want a harmony. I want others that I love and love me. I think that statement on the cross just anchors for me how even someone that its religion claims, Christianity claims is God, and he's declaring in your face, I'm alone. I don't want to be alone. You know what loneliness is like. You've lived in the world like me even. I don't wish to be alone. I want your love and care. I want the care of someone. I want to relate to someone. I want to care for someone else too. I'm here because I so wish to care for someone beyond myself and have them care for me. And we just rejoice and enjoy all that can be enjoyed, but together, interactively. Fellowship. You know all about fellowship. You know all about family. Even if it hasn't been so good, you know what would be good. And that's what I longed for. That's why I created the universe and many universes, perhaps. You don't know, do you? And that's why I choose to love you. Because I choose to have you be, wow, wonderful like me. And in fellowship with me. It's going to be a lovely time. That's what I'm going to make, and that's what I'm going to do. Well, that's a rather novel response, you might think, to my God, why have you forsaken me? And if you go to that, I'm not sure, is it a psalm or something from Isaiah? You can check it out. You'll find that penetrating, I think, especially if you see it as some sort of prophecy or what have you. But I suppose to me it just calls out something in me that brings, yeah, you can say we respond with compassion towards Jesus in his dilemma. We respond with empathy. We feel we have some notion of his dilemma and horrific situation, and it calls on us, helps us to love him. And that relationship that it calls out in us makes us so open to hear him. And he wants to do that because otherwise you won't hear and he can't bless you and reach you. And if you're so tough, this is the only way of doing it, I'm going to do it because I love you. Wow. Not such a bad religion after all, is it? My goodness. Forget about all the criticism of it being judgmental and anything that might have been dragged over from the Old Testament that you didn't like, and anything that's been dragged in by the world that sees Christianity as something to be avoided. But it is a picture of someone who is willing to suffer a great deal, to bless you. Doesn't need to, but does need to in that he wants to bless you. And that's driving him to do it. And he experiences the same loneliness and despair in the story that you suffer and experience. And suddenly you're able to hear what the story says. And I hope to God it's a story, a myth, for I do not want it to be a reality. It's horrific to me that someone so good, as I understand it, should be suffering so much. Goodness, I don't want any life to suffer that much anyway, to suffer at all. Leave alone the best to suffer the most. And if that doesn't touch your heart and rescue you so that you can hear, well, I'm tempted to say nothing will. But I don't know. God may have, perhaps he never gives up. Perhaps ultimately, thank God, you can't stop God achieving what he wishes to achieve. Thank goodness. And we might think, well, my goodness, we'd like this cup to pass from us. This is just too much. There's no way we wish to be that self-sacrificing. And that's the whole point of it, isn't it? That it's the most one could possibly be to come to rescue you. Doesn't that touch your heart? And if it doesn't, my goodness, who are you? Frightening. I don't know. It's just, well, it's not just a thought, is it? It's a bit more than that. Goodness. Thank you, Heavenly Father. Wonder what you think of this, Father. This discourse. Well, I'm trusting it in your hands. Because you're my God. I love you. Thank you, Heavenly Father.